Hello, I'm John Proxy on channel John West. I'm having a the witness adventure. And there's a mountain. There's a laser going to a mountain. I set that laser up. And here are some puzzles. In a world full of puzzles. But I want to solve this particular puzzle. The one that I was left with at the end of the episode. At the end of the last episode. I never know if there's sound unless that happens. I don't know why I came out. Right, so on the last episode I had a harsh, cold lesson in shapes and colours. Approximately 4 hours into a game. Because I walked away from the tutorial area apparently. Let's see if this works. No, it was never going to work. I'm at it. So, what do I know? I know I have to keep the blacks and the whites separated. And I know that these stars have to be in pairs. So that looks right. No, I did that before, and apparently that does not count for reasons. Well, I don't know what reasons. Why is that not counting? Because they're black stars, maybe. Right, I need to do that anyway, otherwise... Hang on, the other way around is this, right? I can't do the other way around because it comes out there. So it has to be from the bottom. So I can do this. But if I do this, then it doesn't block off stars. What if I do this? That still doesn't count. So, hang on. Would this count for just those top two? Yes, it would. That didn't even make any sense. Alright, let's go back to that. It's very close to that. I don't know what this area is. I can peer into there. Might be give me a clue. There's obviously this puzzle here that I didn't actually solve. It just sort of let me walk over it anyway because I was close enough. It's very nice, by the way. But sorry, I wasn't even thinking about that one. But I have to keep the orange separated. And I have to keep these things in pairs. And that's really difficult. To the point that I just don't know how. Because that's even worse. That's even worse. That's even worse. Is there anything else? Are there any other places I can visit? I know there's an entire world out there. But this is the tutorial. I've got to get this done. There's nothing here. It's curious, isn't it? So there's this. This seems like it wouldn't be that hard, doesn't it? This leads to this up here, which I apparently immediately solved, and it lit something up. Not sure what though. So let's go back. Have a look at this again. I might come back to this island, to be honest. I don't know if I want an entire another episode set on this island. There's places to explore. So, but do they have to be touching? Can I do this? No, because those stars aren't paired up. But it does count. That's interesting. Right, then that. Yes! Okay. They can be touching, but don't have to be touching. Okay. That has to be there. Which means this has to be a part of it. Yana? Hang on, no. How do I do this? The shape I want to make is this. But that doesn't work because it doesn't join up. How the hell do I get that to work? You're an idiot, John. That's how. Right, we make the L. Make the L. Yeah, you made the L. Called me an idiot. Right, well I can do the shape, I just can't end the place I want to. That fulfills all the rules apart from that I can't get to the exit. Hang on, there's loads of solutions to this. Right? That gives me the line. Because that can rotate. This... I'm tempted to get out a piece of paper again. Where's this heading? Over there. To that. I'm not giving up now. I've only just figured out how to do one of these. Come on, John. Right. Something has to be touching that. And it has to be... It's so close to that, I have to assume that it's either an L there, an L there, or a line, right? Either way, I'm basically doing that. I mean, although that technically gives me the shapes, they're not in one area. Oh yeah, forgot about that. Right, I need a shape to end there. That's the only way I end it. So let's say I put an L there. No. The L would have to be here. And then that... If the L's there... Hang on. If the L's there, then it doesn't go to the corner. It ends there. Right. Well, what if the L is there? That does it apart from, that's not included. So, now if I put the L there, that does not include that shape. What shapes? The L has to be there, right? No, it can't be. How the hell do I get the L? They don't have to touch, but these two do have to touch. So these two have to be in the same area. And how do I put those in the same area without... Because there's going to be a bloody L in the way, isn't there? Like, that L's facing the wrong way. Ah, that's not even legal. That's not right either. I'm putting this straight down the bottom, but because if I suddenly do that, again, not only is that wrong, but I can't get to the exit. It's wrong 2 counts. Unless I can flip it. If I can flip it, I've got more options. They're still all wrong. You know what? Let's come back here. I want to explore somewhere. We've got a boat. Let's get on it and see if there's other tutorials. Sorry, I need to figure out how to get out of here. John! What are you doing? Thank you. So yeah, we'll come back to this area. I think we learned some valuable lessons from there. But let's get on the boat and go somewhere else. Right? So what have we got? We've got an area. That was the star area. Well, how about that area? Let's go full speed. We'll figure out meta puzzles later, right? So we're going around. Where are we going? Going towards the mountain? Now, this might be a place we've already been, but it's nice to sort of see. Ah, that's the castle down the bottom right there. See things from a new angle. Oh my word, what's this? It's got dots. Oh, slow down. Slow down. Go full speed. Right. This kind of makes me nervous. Oh, I thought that was like one ridiculous puzzle then. Still might be, but let's have a look around here. And do some puzzles. Right. I think I've heard of this. Before I went to bed last night, I had a look at sort of reviews on Reddit, and Reddit's quite good for keeping spoilers away from stuff, because you don't want anyone to say, "Oh, I solved some problems and it was there." You know, but someone said about a greenhouse, and he was glad that he did the greenhouse or something like that. I'm not entirely sure. I might be the wrong side of it, to be honest. Because I can't seem to find a way to get anywhere. Let's not give up. Oh, there we go. Right, I know these. Right, that's a single dot that has to be there. Those are threes that can be at any angle. There we go. Is this another tutorial that I should have done ages ago? I don't know what I solved. Or was that water draining? Might be water draining. Let's go over here. How about we follow the wires? Alright, that's got to have wires connected to it. Let's see what the wires connect to. tell. Alright, let's... There's a bit of a mountain bit. I'm a bit confused. I feel like puzzles haven't been set up yet. So let's travel this road here. It might walk away from the puzzle, but... So there's the treehouse I was just at. Which is cool. And here is a door I've yet to unlock. Okay. Okay. Well, this might be one big boat trip. I feel I've approached this puzzle from the wrong side. And I need to have unlocked something. Let's have one last look through. Hang on. It's up. I'm an idiot. Why didn't I see that? Did that just go up really, really slowly? It must have. Right, I've got a new path. Let's go up. The mountain? I found the end of the laser. Oh, let's not go up there yet. Let's have a look over here. For reasons. Right, is it that the water went down or is it that that went up? I might have to look around again now. Because the state has changed. But I want to look up the mountain. Why do I climb the mountain? Yeah, Captain Kirk is climbing the mountain. Why is he climbing the mountain? Alright, the mountain's not going to make much sense yet. I have a feeling, anyway. So that's a different area. Let's go back. I might take the boat. Let's have one last look around. Let's look at the laser first. Can we get to the laser? I thought we could get to the laser. Hang on. No, I suppose not. Hang on. There we go. Yeah, we can. This is a very pretty game, by the way. He's done a clever... Whoever made this has done... It looks like it doesn't use too much, but they've kind of concentrated on just kind of simple shapes and colours. Right, I don't know what that triangle means, but look! There's the tower 4 and 4. There's my laser. We're not getting up the mountain anytime soon, are we? Right, there's only one path. So... What have I done? Right, that's wrong. And this is right. I don't understand triangles. Oh, it's a solved puzzle. Let's go back down. I think I'm going to continue my boat trip. It's going to be an exciting boaty episode, I think. And we can come back to all these places. I just want to have a big explore. Oh, what's down here? Ooh. Well, you're going to know by the name of the episode, but I don't until the end. Right. I've managed to locate the front. This is probably good. Right. God damn it, I found another tutorial, haven't I? Why didn't I do these places first? Right, dot. Oh my goodness. That has to be in an area of 1. I get that. That has to be an area of 2. This has to be an area of 3. Or of L. This has to be in a square. Yeah, it's almost as if I've ahead of this and could have used this way before. This has to be in an L, upside down L, in that. Doesn't have to be that exact shape, but that exact shape will work. In fact, that's the only place that would work, but I've now powered something. What have I powered? This side, there we go. Right, 2 dots. Easy enough. You've 2 dots again. How do I... Hang on. How does that work? What? How does that work? Because they can be combined. So that could be a square. I know this. That could be a rectangle. Oh, it's simply teaching me stuff. Why am I finding these tutorials now? Let's be clever with this. No, we can't. There is still only one solution. Yes. See? That's clever. That's a clever tutorial. Yeah, I get it. I get it. I had to figure this out in my own game. Oops. Oh. Oh, sorry, I didn't see the 3. Right, a 2 and a 4. Right, there we go. Here's the 4. Here's the 2. There we go. I know what I'm doing. I was taught elsewhere. They don't have to be combined, but they can be. There we go. Lovely. I assume this is going to very slowly move somewhere. What's changed? Follow the wires, John. Right. No, John, follow the wires. Or was it just taking ages again, like it did last time? I'm gonna come back. I'm just having a look from a different angle. What is that? Is that the tower 4 and 4? It is. Just from a different angle. See how easy... Look, I was there, and there's a tutorial right there. Plants are hard. Can't go through plants. This takes me to the bloody treehouse. God damn. To be fair, I had to get to the treehouse from the outside, right? I'm just having a curious little explore. Now let's go back. To where I was. The island's making a little bit more sense to me as well. Obviously these tutorials are useful. Would have been more useful had I found them immediately there. But so yeah, that's done something. I have no idea what that's achieved. But it's done something. Something's been powered by that. All I can think of doing is going all the way back around and seeing if I can see something from behind. Maybe something else is open up back here. It's not the way down, John, is it? Here's the way down. It's a bit weird, they've divided it front and back. Well, actually, no it's not. What this obviously is a puzzle to connect you to the boat. And then it connects here at some point. I don't know, what is done? I'm a bit confused here. I did a puzzle and I don't know what it unlocked. Actually, I've done several. I did one up the mountain and I don't know what that unlocked either. Where the hell does that wire go? Right, we'll try and find... Let's get back on the boat. I've not left this place. But these are all tutorials, right? Let's try for another tutorial. Full speed ahead. No, there's a tall lady. So let's go around the mountain. And we're going to symmetrical land or something. Don't know. Oh! Crap, 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 crap. I saw one though. Ooh, look at that. Oh, that's cool. I obviously can't get there yet. Look, there's another line. There's another line. I see you. See you. Right. Trained my eyes to see the patterns, game. Yeah, I need to circle though. Oh! That's a straight line. I need to circle. Right, so let's have a look at this beach. So there's the mountain, which I feel is a separate thing from what I'm heading to. Well, it's... I've just walked back, haven't I? Right. Let's not lose the boat. Oh, look! Look! That's another monolith. It means there's more hidden. I knew that was going to happen, but I knew that because I found a load of glyphs, but only one shot on the monolith, which means there is more. Ooh! Here we are. This looks cool. This is the groovy looking facility. Black and white dots. Right. I've got to keep them separated. What's this? Right. Right, it's easy enough so far. They're dots, so I've got to keep the colours separated. I was taught this already by a different puzzle. Yeah, gonna be very quick these. Wrong way around, John. Alright, these dots are what I thought the stars were the opposite of at some point. Ah. Oh yeah, that does it. I was overthinking that. There we go. Lovely. Yeah. Could solve these in seconds. Almost. Made a mistake there. It's clearly not the solution, John. Bollocks. Ah. Right. Oh, I should do that last one, shouldn't I? Right, I'm gonna do this last one. No, I'm not. I'll tell you what. Look at these. This is my boat trip. Let's take one last boat trip and see what last... There's a bunch of content I can do now. Though this seems like a relatively simple one that I should go back to. But this has been my boat trip, so I'm going to take another boat. Something I should have done a long time ago. Full speed ahead. And I might even make this a little bit longer so we can go all the way around the island. Okay. So what is this? This is the... Is that the tower? No. No. What is it? I don't really recognise this place. I could have gone around. No. Why would I go around? The reason I'd go around is because there's obviously something out there. So this... I see you. Right, I need the colours to line up. Line up your colours. Right, obviously I've been here before. But have I been here before from this particular angle? Well, that doesn't work anymore. That's interesting. That I need to do from the... I need to do that from the boat. So, this been here before, haven't I? I couldn't figure out what that was. Oh, that's interesting. Yes, of course I've been here before. I'm just going to remind myself of what it is, though. I say I've been here before, but I don't remember that crate. Right, I'm just going to remind myself of what the hell this is. This is the village. Wow. Alright. This is the village from the shore. That's neat. There, look! Look at all the glyphs I solved in the village. Yay! I found the monolith. Right, let's leave this place. It's cool, we know the village. Spent a long time here. Not where you need to be, John. Also, by doing these, by just doing a couple puzzles and starting the area, it's sort of ensuring that I do actually know how to solve certain puzzles. What's the next place? That looks like a symmetrical land. Full speed ahead. Although... Stop this! Oh, crap. Have I got lucky? Yes! Right, one more try. Right, that one definitely is one, but I need the right angle. Right, you carry on, boat. You carry on. I'm going to catch up to my brother's 222. Again, I might have to add that between episodes, I have to take 25 minutes off to burn the episodes and put them online. He doesn't. Not only that, but talking obviously takes a little bit of time. So I'm not necessarily invested in doing the shapes unless I can definitely like what happened there. But yeah, I'll keep an eye out. There's a castle. I don't know if that's the Form 4 one. So yes, episodes are getting sneakily longer, but I want to get around the episode. I believe that's it. I believe that's the last stop until I get back to the original. What's interesting is the place I started, it has a symbol that I don't recognise. Like I don't know how to do the triangles. I think that's interesting anyway. So, let's get off here. I don't know what this one is. Seems closed. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to one of these places. This place seems a little closed to me. So, there's nothing for it. We should go back here, and I think I'll let you off in the meantime. Let's start off, because I could have gone out around the outside, and obviously there's a reason to go around the outside, otherwise it wouldn't exist. So there is puzzles here. That's a path. There's a building I can't get into. There's a series of puzzles. Like, I should figure out what the trees unlocked. But, have I seen that? Oh, no, I've seen that beach. Yes. I recognise that beach, I think. Yeah, because I walked off and found it at some point. This is a huge game, by the way. For a puzzle game, which a very lazy person could have done this on a mobile phone, you would be missing probably half the puzzles, but, like, you could do them, and they'd have clearly explained. Like, it doesn't ever tell you what any of the symbols does. It just says figure them out. We're going to put them in contexts where you can figure them out. Yeah, it didn't put me in a context to find where the context was, if that makes any sense to you. That is to say that I didn't know there were tutorial areas until now, basically. But yeah, it doesn't hold your hand, and that's kind of cool. I'm going to let you guys go here, because this just takes me back to the harbour, right? I'm just going to say, I've been John Proxy on channel John West. I've been having a witness adventure see you guys next time.